Did you know the average savings account in August of 2025 is only paying you 0.59%? If you didn't know, banks make money by lending it in the forms of mortgages, auto loans, personal loans, and others. In order to do this, they need you to trust in them to deposit your money in checkings and savings accounts so they can lend it out to others and make interest on those loans. It deeply angers me that banks are keeping your money, paying 0.59%, and lending it out to others at 6% or higher, while there are other banks out there paying 4+%. That difference could mean hundreds to thousands of dollars a year in free money for you. It's as if they don't care about our loyalty or counting on people not checking around to see what else is out there. So in this video, I'm going to break down the best high yield savings accounts heading into 2026, which ones are paying the most, which ones are easiest to use, and a few fine print details that you need to know before you open an account. Now, before we dive in, quick disclaimer, these rates are accurate as of August 28th, 2025. They can change at any time, so always double check the bank's website before applying. Why high yield savings accounts matter. High yield savings accounts, or HYSAs, are the safest place to stash your emergency fund or short-term savings. They're FDIC or NCUA insured up to $250,000 per depositor per institution, which means even if the bank fails, your money is protected. And compared to a regular savings account that might pay you that 0.59%, these accounts are paying 3.5% to 4.5% today. That is a massive difference. According to Veridian Credit Union, a standard money market account or regular savings account might pay below 0.25%, while high yield savings accounts are offering several times more than that. The bottom line, if your money isn't earning interest, you're literally losing out. Let's start with the big name banks that most people know and trust. Capital One 360 Performance Savings is currently paying 3.5% APY with no minimums and no monthly fees. Capital One has a great mobile app and even physical branches if you like in-person banking. You have American Express High Yield Savings, also paying 3.5%, again with no minimum balance to earn that rate and no monthly fees. If you already use an Amex credit card, it's an easy add-on. There's Marcus by Goldman Sachs. They are offering 3.65%, $0 down, no fees, and they specially advertise unlimited withdrawals. That's rare in the savings world. And Ally Bank's online savings sits right around that 3.5%. Ally's real strength is their digital tools like buckets for saving goals and boosters to automate extra savings. One note, Ally caps you at 10 withdrawals per statement cycle. Now, I do recommend Ally Bank to many of my financial coaching clients as they are amazing for categorization and having accounts specific for emergency funds. Now, if you're chasing the absolute highest interest, here are a few worth looking at. Access One Savings is paying up to 4.46%, but you'll need at least $1,500 minimum balance to get that rate. Lending Club Level Up Savings pays 4.2%, but only if you deposit at least $250 each month. If you don't, that drops to 3.2%, which is still comparable to previous banks that we spoke about. CIT Platinum Savings offers 4% APY, but there is a kicker. That only applies if you have a balance of $5,000 or more. Under that, the rate falls all the way down to a measly 0.25%. And then we've got smaller banks like Newtek, which is showing around 4.35% with no minimums. Bread Savings and Western Alliance also float in that 4.25 to 4.3% range. Now, the trade-off here is often the smaller banks often give higher rates, but they may not have the same app quality or customer service as the big names. So weigh what matters more, top yield or seamless experience. There are also a couple of cash management accounts that aren't technically savings accounts, but they function very similarly. Wealthfront Cash Account is paying 4 to 4.5% with no fees, instant transfers, and they can extend FDIC insurance up to $8 million by spreading your deposits across multiple partner banks. I personally use Wealthfront, and I'll even put a link down in the description below if you're interested in parking your money somewhere that you can also invest in. It gives you a few months with an additional 0.5% interest towards your savings. Betterment Cash Reserve also pays 4% APY, and right now they're offering a temporary boost promo of 0.65% through January 15th, 2026, if you meet their terms. And finally, SoFi Checking and Savings can pay up to 3.8%, but only if you set up an eligible direct deposit. Without that, it drops to 1%. Kind of annoying, but if you use it as a continual bank, this won't mean much for you. Also, SoFi is highly known for their debt consolidation loans, so if you have any credit card or high interest debt that you've accumulated and want to consolidate at a lower rate, this could be the bank for you. So here's why shopping around matters. Let's say you've got $10,000 in savings. At 3.5%, you'd earn about $350 in a year. At 4.35%, you'd earn around $435. That's an $85 difference for doing nothing but just picking a better account. Over 10 years, and that gap grows into nearly $1,000. This is why high yield savings accounts are such an easy win right now. With all of these options, which one is right for you? So here's a quick guide that may help. If you want the highest rate, check out Access One at 4.46, Lending Club at 4.2, or NewTek at 4.35%. If you want simplicity and a great app, stick with Capital One, Amex, Marcus, or Ally in that 3.5 to 3.65% range. And if you want instant access, huge FDIC coverage, Wealthfront and Betterment are solid choices. Just remember, they're technically cash management accounts, not actual banks in the traditional sense. And if you'll keep at least $5,000 parked, CIT's 4% Platinum Savings is competitive. At the end of the day, the best high yield savings account for you depends on your priorities. Max interest, no hassle, or easy access. Personally, I like keeping one account for my emergency fund and another for short-term savings goals. That's why I know my money is safe, growing, and ready when I need it. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor. Hit the like button so more people can find this video, and subscribe if you want updates as these rates change all the time. If you want to go even deeper, I offer a free 30-minute coaching call where I'll listen to your story and give quick, actionable advice that you can use to get ahead of your current position. The link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.